Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Don't look now, there's another bromance brewing in the voice coach Michael Bublé's life. In an August TikTok, Bublé shared an adorable video featuring himself and Happy's Place star Linn holding hands, lip-syncing, and being a literal definition of a bromance. With the words "he told me we were going to jump together" on screen, a nod to a current viral couples meme, Bublé could barely hold back his smile as he and Linn shared a cute moment. "Regardless, Rex is my happy place," Bublé captioned. Linn is the real-life boyfriend of Reba McEntire, who will join Bublé in season 28 of The Voice this fall on NBC. McEntire also stars with Linn on Happy's Place. Speaking of bromances, back in May, Bublé showed some love for actor Chase Stokes, the boyfriend of Bublé's fellow season 27 voice coach Kelsea Ballerini. The two shared a gigantic hug after the season wrapped as Bublé told Stokes, "I love you." The bond that exists between Bublé and Snoop Dogg, which first blossomed in season 26 of The Voice, is something fans can't wait to see evolve even further when the two reunite for season 28. For The Voice season 28, Bublé, McEntire, and Snoop Dogg return to their coach chairs alongside fellow returning coach Niall Horan. The hit singing competition series returns to NBC on Monday, September 22 at 8/7C. Michael Bublé unleashes his Reba McEntire impression in The Voice behind-the-scenes video. No coach is more ready for The Voice season 28's premiere than Michael Bublé. In a July behind-the-scenes video documenting the season 28 coach's return to The Voice set, watch above, fans witnessed just how laser-focused Bublé is on winning his third season. At one point in the video, Bublé rolled up his pant leg to reveal a surprising fashion choice, custom-made socks covered with McEntire's face. "These are the finest socks ever," he said while showing them off. "Look at how beautiful. They're smiling at you." His socks were only part one of the mind games he was playing with McEntire. What came next was a pitch-perfect McEntire impression that showed fans that Bublé means business in season 28. "Hey Mike, I'm gonna beat you," Bublé said in his best Queen of Country-inspired accent. The red carpet for the latest country music celebration was already buzzing with sequins, cowboy boots, and enough cologne to perfume an entire small town. But while everyone else was scanning for the usual celebrity couples and photo ops, something completely unexpected stole the spotlight, and frankly, every camera flash in the room. Michael Bublé, the smooth-voiced crooner who can make singing about lost love sound like warm cocoa on a winter's night, was walking alongside Linn, Reba McEntire's longtime boyfriend and beloved actor. But instead of the polite side-by-side strut you'd expect from two stars in different corners of the entertainment universe, they were holding hands. Yes. Fingers intertwined. No hesitation. The kind of hand-holding usually reserved for honeymoon walks on the beach or childhood friends reuniting after decades apart. And the crowd? Oh, the crowd didn't know what to do with itself. Did Michael Bublé just lace fingers with Linn? One stunned photographer whispered, lowering his camera in disbelief. They had. And they kept walking. The origin of the unexpected bromance. As it turns out, this wasn't a PR stunt or a random burst of red carpet chaos. The bromance between Bublé and Linn had been simmering behind the scenes for months. Sources say the two first crossed paths last year at an awards show afterparty. Michael, with his natural charm, had been working the room when he bumped into Rex, literally. Rex had just stepped back while laughing at a Reba story and collided into Bublé's shoulder. Drinks nearly spilled, apologies were exchanged, and within minutes, the two were deep in conversation about fishing trips, steak seasoning, and the underrated art of wearing cowboy boots with a suit. They were instant pals, a witness recalled. Like they'd known each other for years. Reba kept coming over to check on them, but they were already in their own world, swapping dad jokes. It turns out Bublé admired Rex's no-nonsense Texan charm, and Rex? He liked that Bublé didn't take himself too seriously. From there, the two began meeting up, sometimes at casual LA hangouts, other times on Rex's ranch. And somewhere along the way, the hand-holding tradition was born. Why the hand-holding? Why not? Michael reportedly said when asked about the gesture later that night. "Life's short. If you like somebody, you hold their hand. Rex has great hands. Strong, dependable. Like a cowboy's handshake that just never ends." Rex, not one to overcomplicate things, simply shrugged and added, "Michael's my buddy. We do what buddies do." It's rare to see two high-profile men, from different musical and acting backgrounds, Be so unapologetically affectionate in public. In an industry that sometimes still clings to outdated notions of masculinity, the sight of Bublé and Linn casually holding hands sent a wave of warmth across social media. The internet reacts. By the time the event wrapped up, #Bublé-Linn bromance was trending. Fans were posting zoomed-in photos of their hands, memes of them photoshopped as iconic duos, from Woody and Buzz to Frodo and Sam, and even fan art depicting the pair riding off into a sunset on horseback, cowboy hats tipped just so. One viral tweet read: "We talk about Reba being country royalty, but Rex and Michael just became the bromance kings of North America." Another fan joked, "If they start a podcast called Hold My Hand, I'm subscribing immediately." Reba's reaction: "And where was Reba during all this? Standing nearby, smiling like a proud matchmaker. She's long been a supporter of people showing love in all forms, and she's got an easy laugh when it comes to the antics of those she cares about." In an interview after the event, Reba playfully teased, "I've been replaced. Michael's my new competition for Rex's attention. But that's okay, I love Michael too. Besides, now I've got my hands free for snacks." Her good-natured acceptance only fueled the narrative that this was less of a love triangle and more of a love tripod, three people who just genuinely like each other's company. The moment goes global. The next morning, breakfast TV shows were looping the footage. One host dramatically narrated it over a slow-motion replay. In a world full of high-speed handshakes and fleeting friendships, two men dared to walk hand in hand and change the game forever. Talk shows invited body language experts to weigh in. "What you're seeing here," one analyst said, "is a sign of total trust. They're not posturing for the cameras, this is authentic, comfortable affection." The fact that they kept holding hands even when shouted at by photographers shows they weren't doing it for publicity. Meanwhile, fashion bloggers were distracted by the fact that Michael's suit was impeccably tailored, while Rex rocked a bowler tie with such confidence it could start a Western wear revival. A new standard for bromance. Their public display of friendship has sparked conversations about how male friendships are represented in entertainment. Too often, celebrity connections between men are shown as competitive or aloof, think banner-heavy but distant. Michael and Rex, by contrast, showed that platonic affection is not only acceptable but magnetic. As one op-ed put it, "In a time when we desperately need more kindness and connection, Michael Bublé and Rex Linn just gave us a masterclass in both." Behind the scenes of the night. A few lucky guests at the event later revealed that the hand-holding didn't end when the cameras stopped rolling. In fact, Michael and Rex reportedly held hands as they entered the after-party, only letting go briefly when Bublé needed both hands to carry a plate of sliders. They even sat side by side on one of those tiny couches, one attendee said. They weren't blocking people out, they were inviting others into their circle. It was like sitting at the cool kids table, but the nice version. At one point, they sang together, Rex harmonizing on a chorus while Michael crooned. A mini crowd gathered, and someone swears they heard Bublé joking, "See, Rex is my new duet partner. Sorry, Reba." The future of #Bublé, Linn. Already, fans are clamoring for a joint project. Ideas range from a buddy road trip series to a charity album for men's mental health. Michael, when asked, said, "We're just two guys who like hanging out. But who knows? Maybe we'll record something." Rex has a mean baritone. Rex, ever the straight shooter, added, "I'm just here for the snacks and the company." A hand-holding legacy. At the end of the day, their unexpected bromance wasn't about shock value or stealing headlines. It was about a rare, genuine connection, the kind you don't see every day in the entertainment world. As they left the venue, still holding hands, the photographers shouted for one last picture. Michael smiled and said, "Sure. But you're getting both of us. That's the deal." Rex squeezed his hand, the two posed, and in that moment, they became more than just a charming red carpet headline. They became a reminder that friendship, in its purest form, can be just as heartwarming, and headline-worthy, as romance. And honestly, we could all use a little more of that. If you want, I can also make a playful tabloid-style headline list for this bromance story so it reads like something straight out of a celebrity gossip magazine. That would really turn up the fun.